Okay, good morning. Welcome. It's nice to see you all. All right, so Wednesday morning meditation. I just wanted to, before we get going, just briefly talk about why we struggle with meditation. And what it seems to me now is that there's just a fundamental misunderstanding of what we're doing. When I first started meditating, I thought I was supposed to sit and not have any thoughts, chase all the thoughts away. And of course, when we sit down, immediately the body becomes restless, the mind becomes restless, and basically we wrestle with it for a little bit, and then we decide that it doesn't work, and away we go. And that happened to me. Then I gave myself 6 months. I was going to meditate every day for 6 months. And at the end of those 6 months, if it didn't work, I was going to leave it forever. And I really set out to prove that meditation didn't work. That was my goal. Luckily, early on, I came across some information that helped me tremendously. And what meditation really is it's improving our ability to concentrate, hold our focus, and as we do this, our awareness increases. We're increasing our capacity for awareness and presence. And the first few minutes of our meditation, we're just preparing the body. We're preparing the nervous system. We're connecting with the breath, and that's helping to regulate the physical body. And as we regulate the breath, the heart rate will slow down, the mind will slow down, the nervous system will start to let go. So the first 15 minutes of our meditation is focused on preparing the body. And once the body gets in a nice place, then meditation starts to flow. So a couple of things to consider. A 5-minute meditation isn't long enough for the body to settle, first of all. So the first 10-15 minutes is just preparing for meditation, as you'll see. The techniques we use in our meditation are designed to give us something to focus on. So as I lead you through the meditation, I'd like you to, as deeply as you can, absorb your mind in whatever I'm asking you to do. When the mind is being focused and absorbed, it can't think about other things. It can't think about your cat, your bills, what's for lunch, all the things that normally come up when you sit down to meditate, right? So if you find yourself, the mind has wandered and you're thinking about those things, just notice and focus it again on watching the breath, or I'll guide you to different parts of the body. And as you're focusing on these different things that I'm guiding you to do, I'd like you to notice that there are layers and levels. So for the hands, we'll just concentrate on the hands. And I want you to feel the physical hand, right? Feel it in your mind. And then we're going to go deeper into a more subtle experience. So that might be feeling the temperature inside the hands or the tingling of the nerves. So we're going from the gross physical to the subtle to a more subtle experience. And as we do this, we start to withdraw our attention from the 5 senses. We're internalizing our awareness. Typically, our awareness flows out onto things. We're redirecting it. We're bringing it back. Okay? So we'll prepare, and then you'll notice once the system calms down, your ability to focus and stay present will probably be easier, right? And if any time you lose your concentration, it's no big deal, please. The last thing we want to do is get frustrated with ourselves. We have been conditioned our whole life, our entire life, to not pay attention to what's going on inside. we have been conditioned to not focus on one thing at a time, to multitask and have the mind going in all these different directions. So it's normal. It's totally normal. It's how it works. But we're slowly, that's why it's practice, meditation practice. We're slowly retraining the mind, little by little by little. And you'll see over time what will happen is your ability to just be, to just sit, to not have to occupy yourself will start to come more naturally. It's really amazing. And then that's when you start to notice, or people will notice, that you're more calm, you're more together, you're more focused. You'll have more options at your disposal when it comes to living your life. All right? So I just wanted to start with that because it's very important. I used to do a 5-minute meditation and get up a lot more irritated than when I even sat down. So this will help with that. All right, let's get to it. So the first thing we'll work with is our posture. So in our meditation, the other force that we're wrestling with will be sleep. So when the body gets relaxed, it's also been trained to fall asleep. So we want to sit in a posture. I don't want to lean back in my chair. I don't want to lay down. I want to sit in a posture where the spine is straight, where the head and neck are relaxed. And I like the head level so the chin is parallel with the floor. It's important to be in a chair or some, if you're sitting on the floor or whatnot, to be as comfortable as you can be. And if you need to move around to get comfortable, that's okay. The other thing that helps in the beginning is to place your hands with the palms up on top of your legs, and that creates a brace. Your arms will help support the back. It's also just the body language part of it. This is an open position for receiving, which is nice. And also with the palms up, it's pushing the shoulders back a bit, and it's opening the area around the heart and the lungs. So just take a moment and we'll find our asana, our meditation posture. And closing our eyes helps us draw our attention within. So as we close the eyes, I like to turn the gaze, so just gently turning the eyes upward as if I'm looking out through the center point of the forehead. This is the sixth chakra. This is known as the spiritual eye center. So just gently, we're not crossing the eyes, we're not straining, we're just gently turning them up as if we're looking out through the forehead. Holding the eyes in this position will help us stay awake and alert in our meditation. It gives us a focal point, which is essential for concentration. And it may take a little practice, but once you get used to it, it's quite comfortable. So just take a moment and check in and notice, how's the system? Just notice if you feel relaxed, maybe you feel anxious, maybe you're somewhere in between. All we're doing right now is noticing. We're establishing a point of reference. Just notice how fast the heart is beating. Notice the breath. Is the breath fast and shallow, or is it slow and deep? How does the nervous system feel? Does it feel relaxed? Does it feel on edge? Just check in, notice. And turning our attention outside of the body, noticing any sounds that are in your environment. And I like to just acknowledge them and give them permission to be a part of the experience. So instead of trying to make them go away, let's just let them be exactly as they are. Turning our attention back to the body, just see if you can perceive the entirety of the body. So the eyes are closed, and we're just almost like we're stepping back a bit, and we're just feeling the entirety of the body all at the same time. See if you can notice the weight of the body. We can experience the weight of the body by feeling the pressure in the seat, the area of the seat. We can feel the area that this pressure is being created, where the body is making contact with the surface that we're sitting on. Notice the body's ability to notice, feeling the pressure, feeling the area, drawing our attention in closer with curiosity. See if you can feel and notice the temperature. Does the surface feel cool? Does it feel warm? Is it hard or is it soft? Just see what there is to notice there. Directing our attention now down to our feet. Absorbing your mind, letting go of everything else. Just placing your full attention at your feet. Doing the same thing, feeling the weight, the pressure on the bottom of the feet. Noticing the temperature of the floor. Drawing the mind further in, see if you can feel, notice the temperature, the sensation, what can be perceived as feeling in the bottom of the feet. Drawing the attention in, notice what's even more subtle than that. Maybe you can feel the tingling of the nerves, the flow of blood in the feet, maybe the flow of energy, life force of the body flowing through the sensitive soles of the feet. See if you can notice something you've never noticed before. Moving our attention up to the hands, feeling the hands. You'll be feeling the pressure on the back side of the hands from the weight of your arms as the hands rest on the tops of your legs. Drawing the attention further, be feeling the cool air on the skin of the palms of the hands. Further still, feeling the tingling of the nerves. What's there to be seen, noticed, and observed? Moving our attention again back to the entirety of the body. And see what you can notice now compared to what you noticed when you first checked the body. See if you can feel the temperature of the ambient air around the body. What's the air feel like on the face, on the neck, arms? Does it feel the same or different? Noticing the temperature of the air as it feels cool on the skin. Absorbing the mind further. See if you can notice the subtle, tiny movement of the air. Feeling the teeny tiny little hairs on the back of the neck. See if you can feel the air, the still air around the body, moving them. Pulling our attention inside the body. See if you can feel the difference of the air around the outside of the skin and the temperature inside, on the inside of the skin. Feel the contrast. Placing our attention at the top of the head, feeling the scalp, feeling the nerves at the top of the head, the heat and the blood flowing through the capillaries. See if you can notice the follicles, the hair inside the scalp and the skin. See if you can perceive them, feel them. Turning our attention to the breath, breathing through the nose if possible, taking a long, slow, gentle inhalation, feeling, noticing the coolness of the air as it flows into the body through the nostrils. On the exhale, feeling, experiencing the breath as it flows out of the body through the nostrils. Notice the change in texture and temperature. At the end of the exhale, relax the body. Feel it let go, a little at a time. Long, slow, steady inhalation, feeling the breath as it flows into the nose, up into the sinuses, down into the lungs. On the exhale, feeling the warm air as it flows up through the lungs, down into the sinuses, out through the nostrils. Relax the body. So we'll take the next couple minutes and just notice, feel the breath, observe it with curiosity, absorbing your mind, just experiencing breathing. As we observe the inhaling breath, we can feel the freshness, the vitality of the incoming breath. And on the exhale, we can allow the breath to carry away our restlessness, anxiety, ill health, anything that's in the body. We can hitch it to the breath and allow it to be carried away from the body, breathed out into nature, allowing some other life form to use it. So deepening our concentration, deepening the experience, the use of our imagination as we observe and feel the process of breath. And when you feel ready, you can let go of the breath. And check in again and notice. Notice what impact directing our attention around the body, what impact just observing and feeling, experiencing the breath has had on the body, on the mind, on our respiratory and heart rate. Directing our attention now deeper into the body, placing our attention at the base of the spine, and imagining that the spine is a hollow tube or a straw. We're going to transfer the breath into the spine. So slowly, gently inhaling through the nostrils, we're going to gently breathe up the spine. So gently pulling the breath up through the hollow tube of the spine, pulling the breath past the digestive organs, up past the lungs and the heart, up through the neck, up through the head, and imagine the straw curves through the brain and then right to that center point in the forehead. And on the exhaling breath, we're watching the breath as it flows back from the spiritual eye, flowing down the tube, down through the head and neck, behind the heart and lungs, behind the digestive organs, and back to the base of the spine. Long, slow, steady inhalation as we watch and observe. Saturate the mind with the experience. Inhaling up the spine, feeling the coolness of the breath as it flows up to the spiritual eye, and feeling the warmth of the breath as it gently flows back down the hollow tube of the spine to the end of the exhale. Relax the body, feel it settle. Long, slow, steady inhale. Long, slow, steady exhale. Just following the process with your mind. Relax the body. So as we breathe in this way, very specifically, absorbing the mind, getting lost in the process, but whilst also staying present, so staying present to it, feeling deeply, and feeling the soothing sensation of breathing in the spine as we allow the body to relax further and further. We'll take the next few minutes on your own. If the mind wanders, don't worry about it. Just recommit, refocus, and enjoy the experience. Enjoy the feeling of being relaxed and present. your concentration slips, just bring it back. And when you bring it back, see if you can go to a deeper level of presence, a deeper level of experiencing the breath in the spine, feeling the entirety of the process, a deeper level of rest and relaxation while remaining alert and focused. Let's do 2 more cycles of the breath. And on the last one, as we pull the breath gently up the spine, all the way to the spiritual eye center, we're going to hold our attention there as we let go of the breath. So on that last breath, we're just bringing all of the energy, all of the focus up to the point between the eyebrows. We'll just hold our attention there while we let the breath flow naturally. As we hold our attention at the spiritual eye, see if we can just notice, placing our full attention and awareness here. The body's relaxed, should be mostly out of the way. We're holding our attention at this focal point as an observer, as a witness, as to just being aware of the experience. And see if you can explore with curiosity the vastness of this space that we've created through watching the breath and feeling the body. So without expectation, completely open, present, just allow the experience to unfold as if you're observing from behind the eyes, hearing behind the ears, completely present to the experience. Just watch and notice. If you're noticing some resistance, see if you can surrender. Let go of everything you think you know. Just lean in and relax into the experience. See if you can go deeper, deeper into the vastness of your own inner world. If your attention slips, it's not a problem. Just shake it off, recommit. See if you can reach even further this time. Letting go, just allowing the experience to take you away. Imagine for a moment, what would it be like if you're able to be this present, this relaxed, this focused in your everyday life? How would your experience be different? Just contemplate that for a moment. What would it be like, no matter what came across and through your awareness, you're able to just see it as information, no attachment to it, no aversion to it. It's just information coming into the field of your awareness. How could your life experience be different? And without labeling the experiences that come to us, would we be able to navigate them with more skill? To have more options? Would this allow us to trust our higher power and know that this power is guiding our lives? And that the challenges in our lives provide opportunity to grow. Just as in our meditation practice, it can be challenging, but as we let go, as we go deeper, as we become less identified with the body, the mind, the personality, life is showing us the way, moment by moment. And what would it be like to be open to that instead of resisting it? What if we were able to know that we have preferences? But that's all they are. It's just the mind wanting things to be a certain way. And we have the wisdom to know that it's through difficulty, it's through challenge that we grow. We become more skillful, more compassionate, more wise. And without difficulty, we become complacent, bored, aloof, detached. So take a moment and just notice your level of awareness, the state of the body, the mind, and the impact of a few minutes of just focusing, concentrating your mind, the profound effect it can have. I'd like to offer a moment of gratitude for this experience and for the collective experience that we're all having together. And when we're ready, we can allow our attention to flow back into the body, just feeling this presence, this awareness flowing down through the head and neck, flowing down into the body, through the chest, down into the arms, hands, fingers. Feeling our awareness flowing down through the abdomen, through the hips and legs, into the feet and the toes. Feeling our feet again on the floor, noticing that they're there. Feeling the sensation, the feeling back in the hands. And feeling our awareness as the sounds in our environment start to come back on, as if someone's turning the volume back up. Bringing our attention back to the entirety of the body, feeling the weight of the body in the chair, feeling the pressure under the seat. Bringing our attention back to our Wednesday morning, here on this little planet, spinning through space, together with you all. When you're ready, we can open our eyes again. And please do your best to bring this experience with you into your day. Let it ride around in the car with you. Take it to the grocery store. And be that presence. Be that radiant presence of who you really are, without all the roles, all the identities. And just show up. Be yourself, your beautiful selves. And that's how we can change the world, my friends. It's by changing ourselves. Change how you show up. Change your energy. And that ripple effect affects others in a positive way, right? Our thoughts, our speech, everything matters. There's an impact to it. And we can do our best to leave a positive ripple in the world. Okay, very good.